A Shadow Over Joy, the murder of Shanice Young. A baby shower, a celebration of new life, turned into a scene of unimaginable horror. Justin Soriano's actions cast a long, dark shadow, leaving a family shattered and a community reeling. This is the story of Shanice Young, a life stolen, and the chilling details that led to a 40 years to life sentence. Give a like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Justin Soriano, a 44-year-old man, now faces decades behind bars. He was sentenced to 40 years to life in prison for a crime that defies comprehension. His victim, Shanice Young, his pregnant ex-girlfriend, whose life was brutally cut short. The murder occurred in September 2021 in the heart of Harlem. Shanice was 8 months pregnant, eagerly anticipating the arrival of her child. Instead, she met a violent end, orchestrated by the man who should have cherished her. The day Shanice Young died was supposed to be filled with joy. It was the day of her baby shower, a celebration of the life she was about to bring into the world. But hours after the festivities, tragedy struck with unrelenting force. Soriano ambushed Shanice outside her own home, a calculated act of malice. He arrived on a motorcycle, a dark figure clad in black, his hands concealed by latex gloves. This was not a crime of passion. It was a premeditated execution. Shanice's family and her new boyfriend were unloading baby shower gifts, their hearts full of anticipation. In an instant, their joy was replaced with terror as Soriano stormed into the building. He chased Shanice's boyfriend outside, then turned his rage on Shanice. With cold deliberation, Soriano shot Shanice Young. The sound of gunfire shattered the evening, leaving an indelible scar on the lives of everyone present. The celebration was over. A nightmare had begun. The horror of that night was compounded by the presence of children. Shanice's 2 daughters, aged 15 and 6, witnessed the brutal shooting. Their young eyes were forced to absorb a scene no child should ever see. 2 other young children, ages 7 and 1, were also present, adding to the unspeakable tragedy. They were inside the car, mere feet away from the violence that unfolded. The innocence of childhood was shattered in an instant. The image of Shanice's daughters witnessing their mother's murder is a haunting reminder of the ripple effects of violence. Their lives are forever marked by the trauma they endured that day. The psychological scars will likely run deep. Shanice Young and her unborn baby were rushed to Harlem Hospital, a desperate attempt to save their lives. But the damage was too severe, the violence too profound. Both Shanice and her baby tragically died. The scene outside Shanice's home was a stark contrast to the joy of the baby shower. Baby shower gifts, symbols of hope and new beginnings, were now lined up in the hallway, a grim reminder of what could have been. The hallway became a memorial. The community was shocked and outraged by the senseless violence. A pregnant woman, a mother, a member of their community, had been taken too soon. The grief was palpable, the anger simmering beneath the surface. Soriano fled the scene after the shooting, attempting to evade justice. But his freedom was short-lived. He was apprehended by police in the Bronx days later, brought to face the consequences of his actions. Soriano's past reveals a pattern of troubling behavior. He had a history of previous arrests, a record that paints a picture of a man with a disregard for the law. His criminal history was a red flag. Previous charges included drugs, resisting arrest, and assault, indicating a propensity for violence and disregard for authority. He had 9 previous arrests, a clear indication that this was not an isolated incident. The system had failed to stop him. Soriano was convicted on multiple charges, a testament to the overwhelming evidence against him. The charges included murder, criminal possession of a weapon, menacing and endangering the welfare of a child. Each charge reflects the severity of his crimes. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg commented on the tragedy, emphasizing the cruel irony of the crime occurring during a joyous occasion. He highlighted the devastating impact on the family and the community. His words echoed the sentiments of many. The sentence aims to provide justice for the abhorrent act, a measure of accountability for the lives lost and the pain inflicted. While no sentence can truly bring back Shanice and her baby, it serves as a statement that such violence will not be tolerated. Justice Ann Scherzer handed down the prison term, a moment of solemnity and finality. The 40 years to life sentence reflects the gravity of the crime and the need to protect society from further harm. The sentence was a small measure of justice. The crime had a profound impact on Shanice's family and loved ones, leaving an unfillable void in their lives. Her daughters witnessed their mother's death, a trauma that will likely haunt them for years to come. The emotional scars are deep and lasting. The shooting took place in front of 4 children, a horrifying act of violence that exposed them to the darkest side of humanity. Their innocence was stolen, replaced with fear and grief. The long-term effects on their mental health are a serious concern. The sentence is intended to serve as a measure of justice, a recognition of the pain and suffering caused by Soriano's actions. It is a step towards healing, but the wounds will likely never fully close. The healing process will be long and arduous. The tragedy highlights the devastating consequences of domestic violence, a pervasive issue that continues to plague our society. Shanice's murder is a stark reminder of the need for greater awareness, prevention, and support for victims of abuse. We must do better. This case serves as a chilling example of how domestic disputes can escalate to unimaginable violence. It underscores the importance of intervention and support systems to prevent such tragedies from occurring. We must learn from this tragedy. The loss of Shanice Young and her unborn child is a profound tragedy, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the devastating consequences of violence. May their memory serve as a call to action, inspiring us to create a safer and more just world. Their lives mattered. This case is a somber reflection on the failures of a system that allowed a man with a history of violence to commit such a heinous act. It demands a critical examination of our approaches to crime prevention and intervention. We must do better to protect vulnerable individuals. The story of Shanice Young is a heartbreaking reminder of the human cost of violence. It is a call for empathy, understanding, and a commitment to creating a society where such tragedies are no longer possible. Let us honor her memory by working towards a better future. The details of this case are disturbing, but they are necessary to understand the gravity of the crime and the importance of seeking justice for victims of violence. We must confront the uncomfortable truths and work toward solutions. We must never forget Shanice Young. The legal proceedings and sentencing in this case are a testament to the importance of the rule of law. They demonstrate that even in the face of unspeakable violence, justice can be served. But justice is not enough. We must also strive for prevention. The impact of this crime extends far beyond the immediate family and community. It is a reminder of the pervasive nature of violence and the need for collective action to address its root causes. We must work together to create a safer world for all. The story of Shanice Young is a tragedy that should never be forgotten. It is a call to action, a reminder of the importance of empathy, justice, and a commitment to preventing violence. Let us honor her memory by working towards a better future. The murder of Shanice Young is a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of domestic violence and the urgent need for change. This case demands that we confront the uncomfortable truths about violence in our society and take meaningful action to prevent future tragedies. If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic violence, please reach out for help. Contact the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE 7233 or visit their website at thehotline.org. Your life matters, and there are people who care and want to support you. Consider donating to organizations that support victims of domestic violence and work to prevent abuse. Educate yourself and others about the signs of abuse and how to intervene safely. Advocate for policies that protect victims and hold perpetrators accountable. Let us honor Shanice Young's memory by creating a safer and more just world for all.